first model we need to go through is, let's see, page 13 of your handouts. We're going to go straight through that list. What you're holding here is this is the digestive plaque model. What you're looking at is a cross-section of your small intestine. So if you think of this making a big tube, here's your lumen here. This basically is making, it's surrounding and becoming the whole wall of your small intestine. So the first thing that we need to look at are the main layers. There's 4 layers: a mucus, submucosa, muscular layer, and the serosa. What I'm showing between my fingers right here is your mucosa. That's the main layer, number 1, right up until this red line right here. That's the mucosa. Once you go below this red line right here is the submucosa. Number 3, the muscularis externa, is all this stuff that you see right here. That's the 3rd layer. The 4th layer is that very last layer on the bottom. That's the serosa on the bottom. The serosa is made up of epithelium, so your simple squamous epithelial tissue and your connective tissue. That's what surrounds your digestive system. It releases a serous fluid so that your small intestines don't overheat when the muscles are contracting to get the food out of your system. So that is this. If they put a piece of pointer there, just write the word serosa. Number 1, the mucosal layer. There are several things that you need to know on this. So this is the mucosa. If you look really closely, right on the very edge of this thing, these little finger things sticking out, those are called villus or villi. Look on your right column under small intestine. You see the word villi and microvilli halfway down. So if they tag what this little finger-like thing is called, this thing is called a villi. If he asks you what are the little hairs that surround the villus, that is a microvilli. If you look at your small intestines, these little fingers are covered with fine, 1-cell thick hairs, and those are called the microvilli. That's what absorbs all the nutrients in your body when you're breaking down your food. So this big finger-like thing is a villus. The hair sticking on it, you can't see the microvilli, but there are microvilli on top of that. However, if you look really closely, you can see that there are some lines right on the villus. That is the epithelium of the villus. If you remember, the digestive tract is lined with simple columnar epithelial tissue. That's what you see right here. But you just have to write down the word epithelium here. If you look inside the villus, you see all of this white stuff in between the villus. That is called lamina propria. The green thing right in the middle is called a lacteal. That absorbs your lymph fluid and it goes to the lymphatic system. And number 4, this muscle right here, the bottom of the mucosa, that is called the muscularis mucosa, or mucosae. That's this red thing right here. That's the end of the mucus layer. So, this is a villus. This is the epithelium on the edge of the villus. The villus is covered with microvilli. The white stuff is the lamina propria. The green thing is the lacteal. This red line is called the muscularis mucosa. Once you get below that, this is called the submucosa, between my fingers right here. You need to know that. And then the submucosal plexus, if you look right here, I'm going to flip it around, you're going to see some nerves, or what looks like nerve cells, at the mucosal layer, or the submucosal layer. Those are called your submucosal plexus nerves right there. Number 3, the muscularis externa. These are your muscle layers here and here. If you look at this one, it's been cross-sectioned. These muscles kind of make a circle. So those are your circular muscles here. And the muscles that you can see going the length of the intestine, those are your longitudinal muscles. If you flip it around, you're going to see some nerves there. Those are your myenteric plexus nerves. Those are the nerves that make the muscles fire so that it can get your intestine, gets the food down out of your small intestine. Number 4, the serosa. That's going to be this last layer here. And then he actually said the word lumen. That's going to be right on top of here. If you remember, I showed you this makes basically a circle around your small intestines. The lumen is above the villus. So I'm going to go for a quick review. These little things sticking out are called the villuses or villi. They're covered with microvilli. This is your epithelium on the edge. The white stuff in between is called the lamina propria. The green is the lacteal. That's the muscularis mucosa. That's the end of the mucosal layer. Beneath that is the submucosa. These nerves are the submucosal plexus. This is the muscularis externa, the circular muscles, and the longitudinal muscles. These nerves that you see right here are the myenteric plexus. This bottom layer is called the serosa, and the lumen is this space above here. And that's everything on this model.